On the night of December 20th, 2022, 12-year-old Madalina Cojocari vanished from her home in North Carolina, setting off a wave of mystery and uncertainty. What seemed like a routine disappearance quickly spiraled into a web of unanswered questions, strange behaviors, and a growing list of suspicious events. Join me today as we explore the strange disappearance of Madalina Cojocari, examine the new evidence that has come to light, and dive deep into the theories that surround this baffling case. Today, we're diving into the disappearance of 12-year-old Madalina Cojocari, a case that has left authorities, the public, and even the media perplexed and searching for answers. Madalina was last seen on December 20th, 2022, in her home in Cornelius, North Carolina. But what seems like a typical missing person case has unfolded into something far more complicated and disturbing. Madalina's case has raised numerous questions about her parents, a delayed police report, and the chilling possibility that her own family may have been involved. What exactly happened on that December night? And where is Madalina now? Before we jump into the specifics of the case, let's take a look at who Madalina Cojocari was and what her life was like before this unimaginable event. Madalina Cojocari was a 12-year-old girl who lived with her mother, Diana Cojocari, and her stepfather, Christopher. Originally from Michigan, the family relocated to North Carolina in 2021. Madalina, according to those who knew her, was a bright and cheerful middle schooler who had a promising future ahead of her. But her life would soon take a tragic turn. Madalina's mother, Diana, and her stepfather Christopher had a complex relationship. Reports from neighbors and friends indicate that Diana and Christopher were often seen in a tense dynamic. Diana had reportedly been struggling emotionally and with a complicated past, while Christopher had a history that would soon raise serious questions. There were also whispers of domestic tension between them that had been present even before they moved to North Carolina. But could these family dynamics have led to the events that unfolded in December? As we move through the timeline of Madalina's disappearance, we must ask, what led to the events of December 20th? And why did it take so long for anyone to report her missing? December 20th, 2022, was the last day anyone saw Madalina Cojocari. She was reportedly seen by a family member that evening. According to early reports, she was in her room, doing what many 12-year-olds do, getting ready for bed. But by December 23rd, her parents still hadn't reported her missing. It wasn't until December 23rd that Diana Cojocari contacted the school, expressing concern about her daughter's absence. And still, it wasn't until December 15th that the police were finally called. Why the delay? The question still looms large. Why would a mother wait so long to alert authorities about her missing daughter? At first, authorities assumed it was a miscommunication. But when the search efforts began, it became clear this was far from a simple case. Diana and Christopher's accounts were inconsistent, and that's when police started to ask difficult questions. What had really happened in the days before the disappearance? And what were they hiding? Once the disappearance was reported, local authorities launched a search. They quickly began to piece together a timeline, and this is when the inconsistencies in Diana and Christopher's story began to surface. One of the first things authorities uncovered was that Diana had driven away from their home on the evening of December 19th. This was crucial, as it meant the last time Madalina was seen alive, she was likely at home alone with Christopher. Diana later explained that she had been attending a meeting at her workplace, but the timeline didn't add up. Additionally, when police interviewed Christopher, he was described as uncooperative. He gave conflicting statements about his whereabouts the night Madalina disappeared. The police quickly realized that there were many pieces to this puzzle that weren't fitting together. And that's when investigators made another shocking discovery. It turned out that Madalina had been absent from school for several weeks prior to her disappearance, weeks that Diana had failed to report. Was Madalina in hiding, or was something more sinister happening behind closed doors? In early 2023, new pieces of evidence surfaced that would deepen the mystery surrounding Madalina's case. One of the most significant breakthroughs was the discovery of a surveillance video showing Diana Cojocari's car leaving the house on December 19th, just one day before her daughter's disappearance was reported. What was she doing, and who was she meeting? Authorities also uncovered text messages between Diana and her family members that suggested she knew more about her daughter's disappearance than she was letting on. These messages, which had been deleted, suggested that Diana had made plans to leave the area shortly before Madalina vanished. Could these new discoveries suggest that Diana's disappearance was not an accident? Was she involved in something far darker than anyone could have imagined? Now, let's explore the possible theory surrounding Madalina's disappearance. Was she abducted? Did she run away? Or is there a more sinister explanation? One theory that has been circulating is that Madalina may have run away. But with her mother's strange behavior and the lack of any clear signs of foul play at first, this theory doesn't seem to hold much weight. Could it be that something far worse happened within the home? Another theory is that Christopher, the stepfather, may have played a larger role in the disappearance. There have been rumors of violence and past criminal behavior, but so far, there is no hard evidence to support this. And finally, some believe that the key to solving this case lies with Diana herself. Could she have been hiding something from the authorities? And what role did her actions play in the disappearance? As of now, both Diana and Christopher have faced significant legal questions. Diana was charged with failing to report her daughter's disappearance, and authorities are considering further charges. Meanwhile, Christopher's lack of cooperation with police has made him a person of interest in the case. Though the investigation continues, the lack of concrete evidence leaves many unanswered questions. What will it take to bring Madalina home, and who will be held accountable for her disappearance? The search for Madalina has shaken the Cornelius community to its core. For months, volunteers, law enforcement, and even members of the public have tirelessly searched for any sign of her, but no trace has been found. As time passes, the possibility of finding Madalina alive grows slimmer. Yet, the community continues to hold on to hope. Will they ever find out what really happened to this young girl? The case of Madalina Cojocari is one that continues to haunt both the authorities and the public. With new evidence coming to light, it seems that the truth may finally be within reach. But as we close today's investigation, we still don't have the answers. Who is responsible for Madalina's disappearance? And where is she now? What do you think happened to Madalina? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video insightful, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, stay safe and keep seeking the truth. Join us as we continue to investigate the mystery of Madalina's disappearance, and remember, even when the truth is hard to find, we must keep looking.